80% of professionals who go to the gym still don't get results. Why? Because they're doing it wrong. Slow, unfocused workouts are a complete waste of time, especially if you're busy and still want to see a result. You don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym. All you need is 30 to 60 minutes of focused work. No fluff, no ego lifting, just intensity, precision, and focused work. In this video, I'll show you the exact strategies you need to get lean, build strength, and increase your energy in record time. When I first started training, I used to be training for 2 to 3 hours straight. I'm not even joking. I would be in here and I'll be just wandering about training, taking my sweet time. But the truth is, more time at the gym doesn't equal better results. The reality is, a lot of the times when I was training that length of time, I was actually doing myself a disservice because I was a bit of fatigue and I wouldn't be able to recover from my next session. 3 to 4 sessions of about 30 minutes to an hour is all you really need to see real progress. As long as you are intense, you're taking short rest times, and you're progressively overloading, you're going to see progress. A lot of the times as well, if you're training past the 2 hours, 90-minute mark, you're going to end up actually stunting growth because you're going to increase your cortisol level, and this is going to stunt your growth hormone testosterone, which is your anabolic hormone for building muscle. Think of it this way: if you're studying for 3 hours, there's going to come a certain point where everything that you're studying is not going to be going in, and it's going to become counterproductive. All right, so the first thing that you need to think about when you're at the gym in order to get an effective workout is your warm-up. Not warming up is like trying to floor your car when the engine's still cold. It's super important that you get your body warm, especially during winter. So you want to start on the bike, maybe 5 minutes or so, and then perform some dynamic stretches, followed by specific movements for the exercise that you're going to be performing. The reason that we do the bike is to get our body temperature up, get blood into the muscle as well to allow it to become more activated before we get into the specific movements that we're going to be performing. If you're really short on time, you can skip this and just go straight into dynamic warm-ups, okay? So dynamic stretches are a lot better than static stretches because it allows you to be coordinated, it allows you to move your body a little bit more, and also static stretches have been shown to actually reduce muscular activation because it's telling your body to relax. So there's a time and place for this, okay? If you're really tight, do some static stretches to allow yourself to loosen up. Maybe you've been sitting down all day, but for the most part, dynamic stretches will be the best bang for your buck that you can do. Some of the main dynamic stretches that you can do that are going to give you the best return on investment are world greatest stretch. It basically trains everything: your hips, your core, your spine. Really good exercise that targets a variety of different muscle groups. Lunge with rotations, hip circles, band pull aparts, making sure that you're moving your joints, activating your muscles. It's also a very good way for you to get in the zone as well before you perform the movements that you're going to be doing. Lunges with rotations as well are really good for, again, engaging your legs, your core, working your coordination as well. Leg swings and hip circles are also some good options as well for lower body that you can do for dynamic stretches. The last thing that you want to do for your warm-up is a specific warm-up. This basically means whatever exercise you're performing, make sure that you do a few warm-up sets first. 2 or 3 sometimes, depending on how cold you are, you might even need to do a little bit more. It just allows you to be able to go through the full range of motion for the exercise that you're performing, get blood in the muscle, activate the nerves as well so that you're ready to go for your working set. So for example, if I'm doing a chest press exercise here, machine, you can start with something light, let's say 12.5 kilos, okay? And you just go through the motion. This should be really light, okay? Your rate of perceived exertion should be around 4 out of 10, okay? Basically nothing, okay? 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. All you're doing here is getting blood into the muscle. You do a set here, you take a rest. Sometimes you can go straight up, but just take a short rest, let your heart rate settle down a little bit, and then just go up a little bit, okay? Let's say 27 kilos, 35 kilos, depending on how strong you are, everyone's gonna be different. Then you go again, okay? Going for a full range of motion, okay? Making sure you're going for a full range of motion, thinking about your form. These are the sets where you're thinking about your form, you're getting blood in the muscle, and then you might do another warm-up set before you go onto your working set, and that's how you do a specific warm-up, okay? You don't just go straight into your working set, 80-90% of your 1 rep max on the exercise and just bang it out. That is one-way ticket to getting injured. No, you start off doing a few warm-up sets first, prime your body for the movement, okay? Stretch your joints, get your joints warm, and get your muscles activated, get blood flow in your muscles before you do your working set. This is a very easy way to be warm, to stay warm before you start your workout, and it's also very efficient. If you're really low on time, you've got to the gym, you've got 30 minutes, you can skip the bike, skip the dynamic stretches, and just make sure to focus on the specific warm-ups before your working set, and you'll be good to go, okay? So 3 to 5 minutes on the bike, about 5 minutes doing either dynamic stretches, or you can do some static stretches as well, depending on your needs, and then perform some specific warm-ups on the exercise that you're performing. So for example, squat, the same thing goes, especially for compound exercises. This is probably even more important, but the main thing to think about when you're going through your warm-ups and your working sets is to go through a full range of motion, okay? Making sure that you're thinking thinking about the movement that you're doing, your form is correct, you're going nice and slow, and you've done enough warm-ups before you get onto your working set, making sure your body feels nice and warm, and you've got your heart rate up. Those are the main things to focus on when you're at the gym to be as efficient as possible. If you're tired of spinning your wheels at the gym, or worse, skipping the gym altogether, this is the exact same problem I help people fix. If you would like help figuring out the right strategy for you, click the link in the description below and book your free strategy call. We'll map out a plan that's specifically tailored for your life. If you're someone who's trying to save time at the gym and still see results, maybe you're training at home, you don't have access to the gym, here's some of the equipment that I would recommend, okay? Pressure ball, resistance bands, you can get some stronger ones or some thicker ones depending on what you're doing. I would definitely get a foam roller for recovery, super important, or massage guns, kettlebell and dumbbells, and then a pull-up bar. Optionally, you can get that as well, super important for training your back. So these equipment will allow you to be able to train a variety of different muscle groups without basically any equipment. You've also got your recovery equipment with the foam roller and the Farragon as well. There's a lot that you can do with just dumbbells, kettlebells, and resistance bands. That's basically all you need to have a really good workout. So I'll show you some of the most effective exercises that you can do without any equipment and still see results, especially if you're at home or if you're someone who doesn't like training weights and you want to do some bodyweight exercises. Number one, pull-up. Okay, every gym is going to have a pull-up for the most part. I'll be surprised if a gym doesn't have a pull-up bar. Or you can do assisted pull-ups as well, the one where you have the platform come up and you can change the weights depending on your level to allow you to give you more assistance or less assistance. But pull-ups are a great exercise for training your back. Very simple and really good for body control, really good for building a really aesthetic back. So pull-ups are a great exercise to do if you're short on time and you don't have that much equipment, okay? Again, an all-time classic, just the normal push-ups, okay? It's gonna hit your chest, okay? You don't need any equipment for it, easy to progress. If you can't do the normal ones, then just get on your knees and do some push-ups on your knees, okay? So easy progression and regressions with push-ups, or you can do some bodyweight squats, okay? If you don't have that much equipment, just do some bodyweight squats. You can grab the kettlebell as well, or you can grab the kettlebell, have it here, and do some goblet squats, okay? You can do this either with a kettlebell or with a dumbbell. Again, another exercise that you can do, really good bang for your buck, is a plank. It's just a plank, just hold it, squeeze. For this, you don't even have to move, okay? It's an asymmetric exercise, so it's contraction without movement occurring, so you can perform this anywhere. There's no excuses to why you can't build a strong core, so you can just do a plank, okay? So plank, push-ups, you can do sit-ups, obviously, you don't need any equipment for this. With the equipment that I've given you, for example, the resistance bands, you can do rows, you can do front raises, okay? You can train your rear delts, do some band pull-aparts, okay? You can train your biceps, you can do front raises. There's so much that you can do. You can put this against a hook or something above you and just pull, okay? You can do rear delt, face pulls. The list goes on and on and on. So be creative with this, guys. If you can get some of the equipment that I've listed, obviously with kettlebells as well, you can do some kettlebell swings. Train your hips and your glutes. There's so much that you can do. You can do glute bridges with the kettlebell on your hip. There's so many exercises that you can do with minimal equipment. There's no excuse to not be efficient when you're at the gym. If you're someone that's training from home as well, find yourself a chair and you can do some dips. Okay, this is very efficient and effective that you can do. Make sure you're going through a full range of motion. Coming up, dips are a great exercise for your triceps. So being able to do this at home will give you a lot of return on your investment, okay? So another exercise that you can do at home is a wall set. So come here like this, okay? Get your knees at 90 degrees and then just squeeze and hold. This is going to train your legs, your core. Very good exercise, minimal equipment, but basically no equipment. You just need a wall. You can have a kettlebell here or a dumbbell if you wanted to make it a bit harder, and just squeeze and work your leg muscles, work on your asymmetric contraction, your endurance. Yeah, so these are some of the key exercises that you can do with minimal equipment. Okay, you've got your resistance bands, you've got your dumbbells, you've got your kettlebells, you've got your recovery equipments like your pressure balls, your foam roller, and your Farragon. If you can get these, you don't even need to come to the gym. You can do push-ups, press-ups, squats, goblet squats, rows, face pulls. There's a multitude of different exercises that you can do with minimal to no equipment and still get really good results. Okay, I've got clients that are training just from home. They don't come to the gym and they're still getting amazing gains, still losing weight. For example, Dan doesn't go to the gym, managed to still lose 10 plus kilos within 3 months of working with me. We've got Billy, okay? You can be effective and efficient with what you have and still see amazing results. If you would like to cut your workouts in half, you need to start doing supersets. So supersets are basically when you perform an exercise and then you perform a separate exercise straight away in order to save time, increase intensity, but also reduce the duration that you're at the gym. They're a very effective way of saving time when you're at the gym. In order to perform this properly, perform antagonistic supersets. So these are muscles that oppose each other, like hamstrings and quads, chest and back. You can also do a variety of other exercises as well that don't have to be antagonistic, as long as, yes, it's saving you time and it's not directly related to the exercise that you just performed. Like doing 2 chest exercises back to back isn't really going to be that beneficial. But if you're doing, for example, tricep extensions and then you're on the cables, you can do bicep curls straight away. This is very time efficient and you'll be getting a lot of bang for your buck doing this. You're going to also be burning more calories when you do supersets as well. For example, after doing some press-ups, you're training chest, you finish your set, no rest, you can go straight into some rows, okay? This is going to give you a really good pump. You're going to be saving time, you're going to be burning more calories, and also doing supersets is also going to help you with muscular imbalances as well if you've got any muscular imbalances. After doing some sets, doing bicep curls, resisted bicep curls, finish, no rest, go straight up and do tricep extensions, okay? Rather than just waiting, resting, you're keeping the intensity up, keeping the heart rate up, straight away go into the tricep extension. So these are just a few examples. There's numerous other ones that you can do. Quad extensions, hamstring curls. You can go straight from doing chest press to lateral raises or shoulder press to lateral raises. There's so many different supersets that you can do. Make sure that you're utilizing these properly to allow you to save a lot of time at the gym. Another growth hack for when you're at the gym is making sure that you're progressively overloading. Progressive overload just means improving and getting better every single time you're at the gym by increasing the load, decreasing the rest time, increasing number of reps, number of sets, or increasing the time under tension. It's a variety of different ways that you can progressively overload, so make sure that you are constantly giving your muscle a more challenging stimulus for growth. This is a very easy way that you can progress over time. I'm not saying add 10, 15 kilos to your chest press or to your rows or to your squats every time you go to the gym. What I am saying though is try to get even a little bit better, even if it was just 0.5 kilos, 0.25 kilos, or you're resting for a shorter duration of time, okay? Maybe from a minute to 50 seconds, or you're increasing the number of sets, okay? You're doing a little bit more work in general because you've rested for a little bit longer, you're gonna do another set, okay? Doing all of this over time and making sure that you're tracking everything, and that's another big thing. You can't correct what you're not tracking, so making sure that you're tracking things. I personally use a Strong app, but you can use a notepad, you can use your notes on your iPhone or on your Android if you've got an Android. Very easy way to be able to gain muscle and make sure that you're seeing progress over time, because if you don't progressively overload, your muscle and your body gets used to the same stimulus and it's not going to grow. Let's say you're going here and then you're just going back normally without thinking. What you can do is you can just go back, okay? So that's the concentric phase. Let's say that's 1 second. And then you go for about 3 to 4 seconds going back to the starting position. That's the eccentric phase. Your muscles lengthening under contraction. And then you hold there for 1 second and then you go back again. So just by simply increasing the time for the eccentric phase or the concentric phase, you're going to be able to improve the amount of muscle that is gained and the amount of strength that you gain, because you're increasing the time under tension and the muscle is under. And ultimately, mechanical tension is what's going to allow you to be able to progress over time if you're constantly increasing the load as well. Another easy hack and principle that you need to think of if you're trying to maximize your gains at the gym is making sure that you're using a full range of motion and making sure that you're training to a close proximity to failure for a majority of the time. It's very hard to sometimes train to failure all the time, but you need to be at least in close proximity and actually go to failure for some exercises as well. Okay, push yourself, because sometimes a lot of people don't actually know what training to failure is like, what it feels like. So I normally try to go to failure for my last set, empty the tank, that way I'm not guessing, or maybe 1 or 2 reps close to failure. The aim should be for whatever number of reps that is prescribed to you, you need to be making sure that you can't do any more than maybe 1 or 2 maximum, okay? You're basically pushing yourself to hit that muscle group and do the number of reps prescribed without having anything left in the tank, maybe a few reps maximum. I'm going to use a lat pull down to demonstrate what a full range of motion is and what doing it wrong is. And also I want to speak on partial reps as well, because this is an easy way that you can gain a little bit more muscle. So this is a full range of motion, okay? We're coming down, we're squeezing, and we're gonna go all the way up, almost like let it take you a little bit. Come back down, all the way up, okay? Let's say I've done 10 reps, okay? and I'm done. Partial reps would be going here and just doing the last little bits here, okay? When the muscle is at its fully lengthened phase or position, that's when you do the little extra reps there. And those have actually been shown to actually be the reps that gives you the most amount of growth, because if you're just doing it when you're comfortable, you're not gonna be getting that much growth. But if you've gone to failure and then you've done a little bit extra, again, I'm speaking about progressively overloading. That's what's going to allow you to be able to maximize the amount of gains that you get at the gym. You can do this with lat pull down. You can do this with like a chest fly at the very end of your rep. You can do this with calf raises as well. Make sure you're going full range of motion, making sure that you're lengthening all the way, you're going all the way up for the eccentric phase when your muscle is lengthening, and you are also squeezing for the concentric phase when the muscle is shortening on the contraction as well. Follow these principles, you're gonna be a machine, you're gonna be a killer, you're gonna look great, you're gonna lose a lot of weight, you're gonna build a lot of muscle. You don't need more hours in the gym, you just need 3 to 4 focus sessions every single week of about 30 minutes to an hour long. If you follow the principles that I spoke about in this video, you will make a lot of gains, you will build a lot of muscle, you will lose a lot of weight, and you will get in the best shape of your life. If you're tired of spinning your wheels at the gym, or worse, skipping the gym altogether, this is the exact same problem I help people fix. If you would like help figuring out the right strategy for you, click the link in the description below and book your free strategy call. We'll map out a plan that's specifically tailored for your life. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel.